All right, Kelly. As you can see today, we're gonna talk about, this is part 7 of manhood called money and credit. Because Kelly, in order to be a successful man, you have to manage your money. As I said in the first video, your job is to take care of yourself, your family, and your community. And if you spend your money unwisely, you can't do this. If you splurge your money on stupid stuff, trying to be like everyone else, you and your family could end up living in the streets, homeless, or you could fail at having money and not be a proud man and be very ashamed. I want to help you with your family's future so you can retire one day with money instead of being broke. That sound like a good idea to you, Kelly?
Yeah.
All right. So let's look at the next video. I'm in the next slide here. Because that's what people do sometimes. Look at that picture. What does that look like right there, that second one? Somebody putting money down the toilet?
Yeah.
That's what some people do when they spend money. They just putting money down the toilet. So you want to have money in your wallet, right? You don't want to be like that, right? But you could end up like that if you are unwise with your money. So let's do the kind of things, and I have 20 things of my rules that I've learned through my life that's helped me with money.
Okay.
That if you follow these things, I think you'll be pretty successful with money too. Okay? Let's look at this, because one of the worst feelings in the world is being broke. So let's look at number 1. Rule number 1 says, money and buying things can never make you happy. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Do you know that some people think that money makes them happy?
Sometimes
That's sad.
that makes me happy.
No, money doesn't make you happy.
Yeah, it does.
How? Tell me how money makes you happy.
Because I give it to poor people, and I also need it for family and life. Life!
Okay, that's a really good answer. I've never heard anybody say. I thought you were gonna say something like it makes me buy things, but you sound like you've learned a lot of good things of wisdom in life. You talked about using the money to help other people.
Yeah, that's what's like someone else would say in our family.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of people think use money to buy things. Some kind of new gadget, a piece of clothing to spend money on. But you gotta learn how to be disciplined with your money.
I'd spend it on the jetpack so I could save people from being a hostage on a plane.
Okay. So when you buy things that that just looks good or for fun, a lot of times it's wasted, because as you know with your toys, you got tons of toys sitting around that you play with one time and it goes away. And so you gotta be wise with what you spend your money on, because some things it seems fun and exciting when you first get it, but then after a while it's not fun anymore.
Until I get back on it and beat the game. Yeah,
but some things you never get back on. So one thing that I use to figure out how many hours, I think about, okay, let's say that something costs $20, right?
That's
and I
cheap.
tell myself, that's cheap to you, but I tell myself this. Let's say that I tell myself, hey, it takes me $10. I'll get paid $10 to dig a ditch. Okay, let's say I get paid $10 to dig a ditch, right? And something costs $20. How many hours did I spend digging a ditch to buy that thing, Kelly?
2 hours.
2 hours. Now, if that car over there that I'm looking at is worth me digging a ditch for 2 hours, then I say, okay, it's worth me buying. But if it's not worth me digging a ditch for 2 hours, which is hard work, then I say I'm not gonna buy it. So that's one of the things I do to help me figure out if I really want something now. How many hours would it take me digging a ditch to do that, and is it worth digging a ditch that much to get it?
And also you get a machine gun that shoots out shovels digging a ditch.
Well, we're not talking about machine guns, because we really don't need that.
No, I'm not talking about like killing people. It's like a machine gun that shoots shovels that go down, digs it up.
We don't need machine guns to shoot shovels either. When you get old like me, you learn that when you first get something, it's fun, but after a while, it's no longer fun or makes you happy. So you gotta be real wise and think about, is this something that I'm gonna have this time next year, am I still gonna like this? Is it still worth it?
Like a pencil bazooka.
That's the idea of what helps you decide
I still like a pencil bazooka.
Okay, let's
So
not talk
it's
about
chill.
weapons or killing or anything
I'm not
like that, okay?
killing anything.
Alright, let's
I'm
not talk
talking
about
about, like,
bazookas
shooting.
or weapons or guns, okay?
Okay.
We want to talk about things because real happiness comes from love that you can't buy in the store. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's given freely from God, friends, and your family. You agree with that?
Mana.
Alright, let's look at my number 2 rule.
Number 2.
Put
You
your
just said
money
number
in.
2.
Yeah, rule number 2. Put your money in 3 piles. Now I know you already learned because I taught you. What are the 3 piles you put your money in?
Give, save, and spend.
Give, save, and spend. Awesome, Kelly.
$2 million in save, $1 million in gives,
Okay,
and
so give, save, and
$2
spend.
trillion in spend.
Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at that. What is the spending category for, Kelly? What is the
Get
spending?
stuff that you need.
Okay.
And saving categories for stuff that you want
Okay. That you
and need.
and need.
Mostly
Okay.
need, but sometimes want.
And what's the give category?
Give is for giving to church and the poor. Peace out.
All right. And your biggest goal when you have your money is to be debt free. Do you know what debt free? You hear Dave Ramsey talking about that all the time. What does debt free mean?
I know.
What?
It, like
Can I see
making
your
sure,
arms?
like stuff like you don't lose any money to anybody. because
Right. You don't owe anybody any money.
Yeah.
You everything you get you keep because you don't owe anybody any money. You don't owe anybody for
I'm
a car or
debt-free.
anything.
Peace out.
All right. So you gotta be wise with your money and plan how you're gonna spend it, Kelly.
Oh.
You gotta separate your money as soon as you get it. So as soon as you get your money, you gotta separate it because if you don't, it's harder to separate it later. You gotta separate it at the beginning, okay?
Okay.
And put it in those three piles, okay? And never take money out of the savings and use it for spending, okay? You gotta
Like
keep
you.
that money separate.
Yeah,
Okay.
but Dad, sometimes I save to spend.
You save them for a particular thing, right? But also you want to save for emergency because emergencies are always going to
mostly what
happen.
I do.
Yeah, emergencies always happen, so you gotta be prepared. You gotta have some money in case that happens. Don't get caught penniless and have an emergency happen and you won't have no way to get it. That's how people get in big trouble because they end up start putting stuff on credit cards, and you definitely don't want to do that. That's a trap that you get caught on, and people get stuck in it for years, and some people get stuck in it their whole life, and they get miserable because they owe somebody so much money because they weren't ready when things happen.
How long is this?
How long is what?
This video.
Oh no, as long as we make it. All right, so spend. All right, save
Can you talk faster?
and give. All right, now.
Oh, those babies creepy.
Uh-huh.
They're just because they're so skinny. Like they're like.
So number 3 rule is to make a budget and stick to it. Do you know what a budget is? Do you remember Dave Ramsey talking about a budget? Do you know what a budget is?
A budget's your money. Peace out.
What about your money?
Money is like stuff that you need and stuff like that.
Well, not quite. A budget is when you write down everything that you owe and everything you're going to spend your money on before you even get the money. So it's a plan of how you're going to spend your money, and you got to stick to that plan, because if you don't stick to that plan, what's going to happen is you're going to get in trouble because you're going to owe money that you don't have. So you got to stick to your budget. So you got to write out everything that you owe, and you got to put it on paper. Okay? So you have everything all written out before you even spend it. Never spend money that you don't have, Kelly. And you say, how is that possible to spend money you don't have? Well, people get credit cards and they buy stuff on credit cards, money they don't even have. Never do that, Kelly. Never get caught up in that credit card stuff. Be careful in buying things online too, because they make it so easy to buy money and stuff online, and you always spend more than you plan to. So have a budget and stick to it, okay?
When you first start trying to buy something online, every website buy something cheap and make sure you don't get ripped off. And if you don't get ripped off, that's a reliable account. Then you could use it.
Okay, that's very wise, Kelly. Let's look at the next one. Prioritize your purchases. This is the one that I was going to ask Gabby to help you with. Because if you look here, it says, let's say hypothetically that you had a real job one day, Kelly, and you
I
got
would do
paid.
the car insurance
Look,
payment.
hold up, and you got
groceries,
paid.
cell phone.
Hold up, Kelly, hold up. You got paid $1,000 every 2 weeks, and these were things that you needed to pay with your $1,000 every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Now this
but-
stuff is adds up to more than $1,000, so you got to figure out in order,
I know how to
prioritize
use them.
which things is the most important, and you got to pay
I'll
those
point it
first.
out.
Okay, now let's see if maybe Gabby might be able to help you out with it. What is the most important thing on that list of things that you got to pay first, Kelly?
Groceries.
You said groceries. Okay.
Yeah, because it's
How about
for
you? You
family.
agree with that, Gabby? You think groceries is the most important thing on that list?
It's food and for survival. And for your family.
Well, I would pay my rent first.
All right, let's see who's right. Gabby is right. You pay your rent
I need
first.
to live somewhere.
You gotta have somewhere to live before you.
Yeah, I
you
was
don't want to be
going say
homeless.
that, but it didn't say that.
It does. It says rent for your apartment. All right.
Oh, I thought it said rent for car.
Oh no, rent for your apartment. All right. Now that you know
Because
that,
I was looking too close.
what do you think is the next most important thing on there?
Groceries.
Groceries.
And then car insurance.
Okay,
and
hold
gas.
up. You gotta look at the whole list there. Help them out again, Gabby. Is that the next most important thing that you would pay for?
Groceries.
I don't know. Video games are pretty important.
Yeah, right.
What else on there?
Well,
Cell phone. You need to contact the
I was gonna
authorities
say
and stuff.
it really depends on the person. Probably for me, apartment, food, and then cell phone. 'Cause without
Okay.
a cell phone, I can't contact.
So
anyone.
apartment, food. So you would buy food before you would pay your electricity bill.
I'd buy.
Well, it depends. Do I have a sugar daddy to take me out to
Well,
dinner?
No, you don't have a
How
sugar
am I gonna
daddy.
start?
You're doing this on your own, and
I'll
you got
put you out.
Because
$1,000.
like I can get by on food without paying for groceries, but
Yeah.
But I'm talking about
Cell phone,
what is next
like-
and most important. Do you think his electric bill is more important than groceries?
I don't.
You think groceries is more important? You're gonna be sitting in the house.
No, I said electric bill. I said.
well, it really depends on the situation. Like, are you down to zero?
Now you have $1,000 and you have to buy these things, but you want to put them in order of what's most
Sometimes you have
important.
to simultaneously buy them. I mean, you need food. You're gonna die without food.
Okay, let's see what Dad said. Dad said electric bill
I
is
said
more
food.
important.
You have to buy food
Yeah.
because
I'm
if you
right.
don't-
I'm
What
right.
you gonna cook
You're
that
wrong.
food with?
You're wrong.
You gonna be
buy
sitting there.
something that's already made or buy something that doesn't require electricity because you need to survive. Otherwise, that electricity is going to waste.
I understand what you're saying, but you have more money, so it's not that you have to pick between the two.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it was like down to like, okay, survival mode, what do you need first? It would be food.
Yeah, survival mode.
Food,
but
shelter,
we're
water.
in the model.
Okay,
modern world.
that's good discussion we're having.
Yeah, like
But-
survival mode.
But if
But you agree that
If
electric
you
is
have a bunch
important.
of bills in front of you, yeah, sure, but
yeah,
Okay.
that's modern.
All right, so what do
He's
y'all
talking about modern.
what do y'all think will be the next most important thing then?
Like
I don't know, Kelly.
the
what
three
is it?
needs is clothing, survival, and
Okay. Look at this. Look
And
at the list, Kelly. What do you think is next and most important? You said food next, right?
Yeah.
Groceries. All right.
Yeah.
Also
What's
buy a generator.
what's after groceries?
Ooh, you need clothes because you don't want to be.
Well, you already
walking-
got clothes.
Oh, I
I
thought
pay
you
for
meant
my cell
like
phone.
walking
You
around.
pay for
vacant.
cell phone after
Car.
groceries?
Car.
Okay. Kelly
Car.
says car. That's what we got. Car payment. You're gonna pay your
In
car
your
before you pay your cell phone to get around if you needed to get to work. And then if you needed to car, you gotta have a car insurance, don't
Yeah,
you?
that's what I was
Realistically, you
saying.
need a
Car
phone
for
more than
all
you need a
of
car.
them because I.
Okay, so you would sacrifice walking to work or whatever than you would to pay for your cell phone bill. Is that what you're saying?
You kind of need to call your boss. You need to make emails. You have to do all these important
Yeah,
things
like,
on your phone.
you should.
And that's more important than driving your car to work.
No.
Like
Stop
I said,
hitting.
it's situational. Some
Dad,
people could
Dad, I
easily
have
ride
an
the bus to
idea.
work, but need their cell
Dad.
phone. And some people need their
Dad.
car to work, but could live
Dad,
without their
you're
cell
not letting
phone.
me
But
talk.
nowadays, in this day and age, I would say your phone is much more important because it's like your portable computer, and you need a computer to do work. At least in
Dad,
college, you do.
Dad.
Okay.
Dad,
Well, that's,
Assuming
I
when
have
I'm a lawyer,
an
I'm
idea.
gonna need my phone.
okay.
Yeah,
That's so. When you're a lawyer, you would take the phone over the car.
Like I said, it's situational. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that. But I think I don't know, I would pay my phone bill because I need to use
Dad,
it.
I want.
All right, so gas for the car. So you guys are saying phone, and that's okay.
I wasn't saying phone.
Well-
I was trying to tell you, but you were ignoring me.
I'm sorry. Tell me now.
So you need to get the car, then try to get your cell phone so you could hook up for an interview, so you could get a job, so you could get all that other stuff.
All right. That's all. Both of y'all have good points. Cell phone is right there, right next to it. So it's all together. And then
Ew, that's creepy.
you don't have a whole lot more money left, but you got a couple things left there. So I put pocket money there because you want to have some money to walk around with. So that leaves a couple things
saved my
that you don't have enough money to pay for. You don't have enough money to pay for the video games, eating out with friends, or new shoes. So how
That's
do you get those
exactly what
things?
I don't want saving up.
You can save up, or you can use that.
Saving up.
You can use that pocket money to help you buy one or a couple of those things.
Yeah,
Okay.
but if you save up, you could get exactly like anything you want.
Okay. That's good. So that was a good discussion. Let's look at the next thing here. Rule number 4, Kelly. It says if you want something that costs a lot of money, save up for it.
I already know that.
Okay.
And you have to make sure it's a good thing that you need.
Very
Get
good.
Needs before you get wants.
Very good. You get needs before you get wants.
Because if
So-
you get the wants first, then like it's going to be a lot harder to get.
What's an example of something that costs a lot of
I know
money?
that.
What's an example of something that costs a lot of money, Kelly?
So if it costs a lot of money, you have to make sure if you need it
Right.
instead of want.
But what's an example of something you might need that costs a lot of money?
A house,
A house, okay. Anything else?
shelter, clothes.
How about clothes, furniture?
Yeah,
Nice furniture, a
car.
TV, a
You don't
computer.
need a TV. Oh, actually, you could actually have a radio before you get the TV.
All right.
Because you could still hear the
All right.
news on the.
So all of those are good things that you could save up for.
But when
And
you
what I'm
have
saying,
children, you need entertainment for them so they don't always annoy you.
very good.